Kissing you.
Welcome to Houston, Texas, and the house Bill Yeoman and Andre Ware built, home to the Houston Cougars, where the fans are ready for liftoff. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. Houston ready to put it deep and get this game going. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Aggies offense takes the field for the first time today. And there he is. When you have a guy like this, you don't mind building your attack around the running game, guys.
And he's a grown man. There's no doubt about it. This offense runs through him. Everybody gets their emotion, and everything is built on him and around him.
And everybody knows this guy's going to touch the football, and still, defenses can't stop him. He can run through tackles and make big things happen.
Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
Yeah, how do you like that first down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on. They got to have that toughness. When the Aggies have that toughness is when you...
There we go.
Setting up the screen, and it's picked off. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
And after that pick six,
they throw them sweet pass,
you're going to have to be really good about having a short-term memory and just turn the page. There's tons of football
Take
here.
it off with a lineman. What happened? Pick 6.
Mistake on that last throw. Don't let it beat you for the rest of this football game. You've got a lot of ball left to play. You've got to keep going.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the offense again. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing
somebody doing
and how to rebound.
I
orientation.
believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it.
I know it, man.
The 20. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Aggies.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
So Houston's offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got
Tell her to log off.
No, yeah, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running.
He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. This Houston offense about to snap it on first down again. They'll go back to the ground. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold it.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Brown wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
At the 43-yard line. Coming up, 4th down.
It's 4th and 8 and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grabs it in the middle. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
Little touch pass to the receiver.
Oh, my God.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, yeah, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31.
At the 31-yard line. 3rd down coming up.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, going up top. Buys a little extra time. And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another.
And the Heat gets there. And they get it down at the 14-yard line.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. It's complete. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. A&M comes back out with another first down. He's looking to throw it. Dumps it off in the flats. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. And now on second down for this offense. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. On the ground with the counter. The Aggies get it past the sticks.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down marker.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And that's just a great job by the defense shutting down that jet sweep. You see the team speed they have on defense. They are willing and ready and able to go sideline to sideline with anybody in the country.
Looking to throw on second down. Safe completion on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air.
Oh, no.
Unloads to the right.
Oh, that's a holding.
He makes a catch. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Complete to the left.
What the?
Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Aggies. Reeled it in and just made the house call. Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You can see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger race. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
And the returner goes down. The Houston offense comes onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Here's the handoff. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You can tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Brown will throw it. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Working the middle, it's complete. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. The Cougars are on the move. Leaves it with the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Right back to the well. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, this offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
And they just kind of sneak that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping, put it out in front of me, I'm getting this first down.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Brown wants to pass. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. He makes a grab. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knock him down at the 3s. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They're going to go for it with a couple of good options here. Get it to the 1, you get the first down. Get it farther, you get the touchdown. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout. Houston.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Quarterback wedging it in there on the quarterback sneak. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but They answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Houston offense once again. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get to the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We'll find out here.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
So you watch iPad?
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Brown will throw it. He finds his man. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Girl, hold on.
He's going to pass. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And that's why these quarterbacks are just so hard to defend.
You want to watch this?
Yes.
There you go.
Drops back, first down. Got to play the whole field up. Scrambles around, runs for a first down. New set of downs, new set of problems.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately...
Oh, Alex he was in here. What's the word?
The Cougars are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
I love when players understand situations, and they understand where the first down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
He now has 85 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wide receiver shows motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally and handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football's a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football, but when you got a back like this who punches...
Touchdown Cougars! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
That's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown. Oh, Methuselah.
Yeah.
And he takes this from inside the 5.
That's Ursula.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. He leaves it with his back.
Come on, man. How'd you fall? And you ain't trip him.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
They'll ride the hot hand. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw.
Thank you.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Draws and screens are great
Don't
way
stop.
to
Don't
slow
stop.
down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen.
Can anyone catch him? And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Offense getting set for first down. They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on second down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him, okay? I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
Brown wants to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll run it from the gun. Look out, he's got room. With that, he's got 101 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack
what
you.
sense does that make for him to not pick up that block and he just run right through them?
More guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on third down. They'll try to run for it. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Houston getting set, looking at first and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. To the ground with the back. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
And a great job on the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the...
So he doesn't block him?
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Like he literally just keeps running.
There on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back.
Ah, shoot, that's not what I wanted to happen.
Him after a pickup of 3, it's down to the 15.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in a position to win.
He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1.
All right, 4th and short. You need a field goal to take the lead. There's less than a minute left right now. I don't think you get aggressive here on 4th down. Just kick the field goal to give yourself a chance to win this game.
The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ball game. Tie game here late in the 4th. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll throw it. Can't find his man.
Well, I should have kicked the field goal.
And that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Line gets set, first down. He wants to start this drive with a pass.
Oh, y'all got to pick that off.
Up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
This time on target. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the right. It's caught. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Back to the air one more time. And that incomplete pass caused by the
it's not even the point of doing all this. Y'all not going to pick it off. What are we doing?
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Aggie. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one match.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the 4th quarter for the touchdown.
The Houston offense ready to go back to work. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play.
And the diving catch down the right side. Just when you thought that ball was out of reach, nothing appeared to be out of his reach there.
Yeah, he says just throw it up and I'll go get it. To track the ball all the way down the field and dive and lay out with that body control, that is a special catch.
Makes his connection. Knowing that your man can make the catch against his defender, that wasn't a big play, but it can set you up down the line to be able to take advantage.
Yes, get it to him as fast as I can when I see him.
Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now get the extra point, tie this football game up late, or do you go for two? Do you go for the win? Do you try to take the lead? That is a you decision.
Looking for the two-point try.
Oh, I can't call him. Oh.
Slams ahead.
Oh, let's get it.
He gets it into the end zone, and the two-point try is good, and the
Right, we gotta play
gamble
defense
pays
now.
off by giving them the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
They got all 3
He'll
timeouts.
take a knee.
Oh,
It's a
geez.
touchback
Sorry,
save
come on.
every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. So the first order of business here, David, is don't knock yourself out of field goal range.
Correct. Don't take the sack. Don't get a negative play. But if I can be aggressive, Palmer, I'm still trying to go to the end zone.
Why you? What the? Why would you slow
Take as much
down?
pressure off of your kicker as you possibly can. You just got to wonder what he's thinking right now. Lots of pressure on him.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Calls it in.
And I called the
And
wrong
they're getting
play.
it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
I'm, I'm playing the
The
3-star.
offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Throws toward the end zone. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Y'all got to pick that off,
Man, you know
man.
the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the 4th quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
He'll take another
Oh,
shot
pick it
here.
off!
And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Man, this late in the game, it's go time. I got to have a score. I'm not worried about downs. I'm going through my 2-minute script. We know what's coming. We practiced this all week. It's 2nd down, incomplete pass, go to 3rd down.
Ooh,
We
come
need
on.
to go for them 4th down.
There
This
we go.
offense just has to keep that high energy up and try
Today,
to run these plays fast.
Be interesting to see what the defense is going to do here now, guys. They've got the lead. It's a 2-minute situation, 4th down. What's your personnel grouping going to be, and what do you want to do? Play man, play zone, or
Do
just
I
going to
play
sit
off?
back and play preview?
I don't know.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Makes
Oh.
the grab, and it's plenty
Let him
for
go,
the
let him go,
first
let him go,
down.
let him go, let him go, let him go, let him go.
Touchdown, Aggies! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with the QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
They might want to consider driving this one through on the ground, get him to touch it, and get that clock running. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. He wants a big play here late. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Yeah, we
The
can
defense felt
game,
freaked out
dog.
on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
Brown will throw it. He's going up top
Yep,
here late
that's
in the
game.
game.
We lost.
Last pass falls incomplete, and
Well,
that's going to do it.
no playoffs for us in the
Points weren't the
3-star.
issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.
Yeah, good news, bad news scenario, I guess. Good